Doug, so good to see you. We're getting back to basics today. What is IRMAA and how does it affect what you will pay for Medicare Part B? If the Social Security Administration considers you a high income beneficiary, you will pay a surcharge known as the income related monthly adjustment amount. And how high is high income?
Absolutely. Thank you, Erin. So, yes, how high is high income with IRMAA, right? So, we take a look here. What we take a look at is one for single filing and joint filing. It's not that much. If you're a
No.
single filer, you're looking at just over $109,000.
Yeah.
And as a joint filer, we're looking at 218,000, right? And this affects Medicare Part B because that is the surcharge that is added to your medical insurance portion of your Medicare. It's the preventive services we look for and the medically necessary to diagnose or treat a condition. That's
Mhm.
Part B and what it matters to you.
Mhm. And I think what surprises a lot of people too is that it's a cliff, right? $1 too much in your income and you're in a whole different bracket.
That's correct. It literally is a cliff. The $1 more, you trigger a surcharge for the remainder of the year. And as you can
Yeah.
see there are step ups to the income for each side, right?
Right.
But it is something that we must look forward to and plan with our clients to ensure that this is something that we plan for in the future.
Right. And I'm glad you said this is something we have to plan for in the future because our observant viewers probably notice here, this is 2026 Part B
That's right.
premium based on your 2024 income. This is known
Mhm.
as the 2-year look back, which is catches a lot of people off guard because there might have been a one-time financial event 2 years ago. What are some of those events that throw us off?
Yeah, absolutely. The look back is what can really get you because these one time events can be significant. And when it comes to IRMAA and your income, it's not just ordinary income of maybe wages, it's all taxable income to you as an individual or a household. So that
Mhm.
includes selling a home or realizing investments from a sale of it, realizing gains from the sale of your investments,
Mhm.
right? Another thing that is when you get older, we know about RMDs, right? Required minimum distributions.
Right.
These are things that we know we have to take, but it's not something we take into account that says, hey, this is going to affect our income in the future
Right.
and
Right.
could perhaps penalize us.
So let's walk through some strategies that you like to put in place with clients, as long as, again, they come in with enough lead
Right.
time. The first one that you suggest we consider is a Roth conversion. How does that work exactly?
Yes, absolutely. Roth conversions are taking money from your traditional pre-tax investments like an IRA or 401k and putting it into a Roth IRA. Now, this is going to make your income higher immediately in that year.
Right.
But if we're able to do this slowly before the age of 65, it'll eliminate or bring down the amount of RMDs that we'll have in the future, which
Mhm.
will then, of course, help your income for IRMAA purposes.
Yeah, good point, because those Roth accounts don't have any RMDs. All right, the second strategy, this is one of my favorites, a qualified charitable distribution. How does this help?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is taking money from pre-tax funds like an IRA, right? And, sending money out to a qualified charity. And you do it as a distribution from your IRA. Now, you're not eligible to do this until you're 70 and a half, right? But qualified charitable distributions are removed from your income portion for IRMAA purposes. So you can reduce your income this way by giving out to a qualified charity. And it is something we absolutely do with our clients. One, if you're charitably inclined or not, it
Right.
can really benefit you in the future.
Right. Yeah, that one's such a great one, especially, if anybody who's tithing or anything along those lines, there might be a more tax efficient way to do it.
That's
And
right.
then the last strategy is something known as tax loss harvesting.
Right. Right. Absolutely. So tax loss harvesting is, selling your investments to realize losses inside those to offset capital gains.
Mhm.
So I mentioned earlier that, your adjusted gross income is not just from wages. It can be from capital gains as well, right? And you can realize losses and carry those forward to offset your gains, which then can reduce your taxable income, which for IRMAA purposes, what we strive to do.
Right, exactly. Doug, I'm so glad you had time to talk this through today because there's so many moving parts with
Mhm.
IRMAA. And what I'm hearing you say again is that kind of proactive planning, getting a plan in place today for later is what really
Absolutely.
matters. So if somebody would like to sit down with you and create that plan, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you can call our main line first and foremost at 281-466-4843. You come to the main line, you ask for help, you'll get help from us.
Yeah.
And, IRMAA is a mouthful, as we mentioned earlier, right? And it's not something a lot of people, plan for or know well about. So
Right.
here for you, and some of these strategies as well take more planning than others.
Right. And this is
The
one of them.
call, let us have a sit down and see how we can help you plan for it.
Great. Doug, thank you for your time today.
Oh, thank you, Erin.